Hello, I am D. Balnarasimha, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, GDC Ramanapet. I am going to discuss about types of organic reactions. In the previous video, I have discussed about in the part 1 of the types of organic reactions, I have discussed about rearrangement reactions and substitution reactions. In the substitution reactions, types of substitution reactions, free electrophilic substitution reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction, and free radical substitution reactions. In this video, I am going to discuss about addition reactions and elimination reactions. Addition reactions are further classified into three types. First one is electrophilic addition reaction, second one is nucleophilic addition reaction, third one is free radical addition reaction. Okay, so electrophilic addition reaction, nucleophilic addition reaction, and free radical addition reaction. And elimination reactions are further classified into E1 and E2. In this video, I am going to discuss these two types of addition reactions. These two types of organic reactions. One is addition reaction and another one is elimination reactions. Right, ethene H plus and Br minus added, resulting in formation of ethyl bromide. Depending on the nature of attacking reagent, the addition reactions are further classified into again three types again: electrophilic addition reaction, nucleophilic addition reaction, again free radical addition reactions. Okay. So we know that what are electrophiles, what are nucleophiles, what are free radicals, right? So depending on the nature of the reagent means whether it is electrophile. If in a reaction electrophile is added, or if a reaction is initiated by electrophile, it is called as electrophilic addition reaction. In other words, if an addition reaction is initiated by an electrophile, is called as electrophilic addition reaction. If an addition reaction is initiated or started by nucleophile, it is called as nucleophilic addition reaction. If an addition reaction is initiated by free radical, it is called as free radical addition reaction, right? So first of all I am going to start these addition reactions with electrophilic addition reactions. So we know that what are electrophiles? Electron loving species. So electron loving means they should have electron deficient, so they must have electron deficiency. So I am taking this example, electrophilic addition. Such reactions are shown by especially alkenes and alkynes. Here the reaction is started by electrophile, that's why it is called as electrophilic addition reaction. So ethene on reaction with HBr gives ethyl bromide, and propene on reaction with HBr it gives bromopropane, 2-bromopropane. There is especially for this reaction there is a possibility of formation of two products. So bromine can H plus Br minus, bromine can attack here, can be attached here, or can be attached here. So here major product is, if bromine attacks here, that is second carbon, it gives major product. This major product is called as Markovnikov product. This product is formed according to Markovnikov's rule. So in addition reactions of alkenes, Markovnikov product is major product. Okay. and it is very it requires much time to explain what is Markovnikov rule. So here our main intention concern is only types of reactions. So not our concern, not is the here not Markovnikov rule is not very important thing. So I am just briefing about it. So propane can form two types of products, but 2-bromopropane is major product, Markovnikov product, right? Again, another example for electrophilic addition reaction is ethane or acetylene reaction with HBr gives first of all vinyl bromide, and again in reaction with HBr it gives 1,1-dibromoethane. Here one triple bond is replaced by, so here one triple bond gives 3 double bonds, 4 double bonds here. So 1 5 bond, 1 double bond gives 2 sigma bonds. So 2 double bonds, 2 5 bonds gives 4 sigma bonds, right? So here 4 sigma bonds are formed, right? Mechanism. So in this type of addition, an electrophile attacks C double bond C bond, electrophile. So the reaction is started by electrophile. An intermediate carbonium ion is formed. In the second step, the carbonium ion forms the final product. Consider the addition of HBr to ethane. Here I am taking examples of ethane and HBr, H plus Br minus. Here, so it gets CH2 gets minus charge, it gets positive charge. So Br minus attacks this carbon. Okay, otherwise, so it gets, this carbon gets minus charge, this carbon gets positive charge. So Br minus attacks this carbon and H plus is attached to this carbon. So in the first step, H plus attacks in the first step, H plus attacks this carbon, minus carbon. So gives carbonium ion. So carbonium ion means positive carbon. Okay, carbonium ion. This carbonium ion reacts with Br minus and gives ethyl bromide So 2 sigma bonds, newly sigma bonds are formed. Okay, and 1 5 bond is converted into 2 sigma bonds in electrophilic addition reactions. Again, nucleophilic addition reactions. What are nucleophilic addition reactions? If a nucleophile starts an addition reaction, it is called as nucleophilic substitution addition reaction. Mainly, carbonyl compounds undergo nucleophilic addition reactions. Carbonyl compounds. What are carbonyl compounds? Aldehydes and ketones. Carbonyl compounds undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. So, nucleophilic addition reactions are started by nucleophile, and carbonyls undergo nucleophilic addition reactions. So, what are carbonyls? Aldehydes and ketones, which are having C double bond O, are called as carbonyls. And here I am taking the example of aldehyde reaction with hydrogen cyanide gives cyanohydrin. So if you observe, understand the mechanism, you will come to know that it is a nucleophilic addition reaction. So the reaction should be started by nucleophile. So nucleophile means which is having negative charge. In general, is having negative charge or electron rich species. So, and acetone, it is acetone. Earlier in our earlier example, it was acetaldehyde. It is acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. On reaction with it gives acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. So here I am taking acetone as an example. On reaction with hydrogen cyanide, it forms acetone cyanohydrin. Okay. If you observe the mechanism of this reaction, so HCl gives, on dissociation it gives H plus Cn minus, or not on dissociation. So Cn is like this, H plus Cn minus. Cn minus is H plus Cn minus. Cn minus is nucleophile. Okay, Cn minus is nucleophile. In this C double bond O, oxygen is having highly negative charge. Sorry, it is highly electronegative atom. So it attracts or withdraws this 5 bonding electron towards itself and forms O minus, oxygen minus. So here electron deficiency is taking place at, electron deficiency is created at carbon. So Cn minus attacks this electron deficient carbon, right? So because nucleus, it attracts positive charge. So here Cn minus attacks this carbon, resulting in, so Cn and O minus. So it is protonated. Yeah, sorry. It is OH minus, O minus takes this H plus and forms cyanohydrine. So what happened here? Cn minus, which is nucleophile, started this reaction, and it is an addition reaction because H plus and Cn minus are added to this carbonyl compound. Okay, how here H plus and Cn minus both are added, absorbed to this molecule. That's why it is called as addition reaction, and nucleophile has started this reaction. That's why it is called as nucleophilic addition reaction. Well-known examples like aldol reaction, Cannizzaro reaction, Perkin reaction, all are examples of this nucleophilic addition reactions. Next, free radical addition reactions. So we have discussed about electrophilic addition reaction, second one nucleophilic addition reaction, and third one free radical addition reactions. So free radical addition reactions, such reactions in alkenes are initiated by free radicals. So the free radicals can be generated in presence of organic peroxide. Consider the addition of HBr to propene in the presence of organic peroxide. Okay, peroxide in the presence of at high temperature gives free radicals. Okay, these reactions are addition reactions. Here propene is reacted with hydrogen bromide in the presence of peroxide at high temperature, gives 1-bromopropane, gives 1-bromopropane. So there is a possibility of again two products, right? Another one is 2-bromopropane. 2-bromopropane can be formed, but in free radical addition, in electrophilic addition reactions, this is the major product. In free radical addition reactions, 1-bromopropane is the major product, right? So in free radical addition reactions, the major product will be Markovnikov product, and in electrophilic addition reactions, major product will be Markovnikov product. The major product will be formed according to Markovnikov rule. In free radical addition reactions, the major product is formed according to anti-Markovnikov rule. So anti-Markovnikov rule, which is called as Khorrasch effect. Okay, right. So mechanism: the addition reaction proceeds with the generation of free radical. So here it dissociates homolytically. Okay, homolysis takes place here and forms one free radical. The free radical reacts with hydrogen bromide, right? It gives alcohol and Br free radical. This Br free radical reacts with alkene and forms one free radical again, right? Stable free radical is formed, and this stable free radical reacts with again HBr and forms 1 chloropropane, 1 bromopropane, right? So why I said that it is stable free radical, it is secondary free radical. There is a possibility of formation of primary free radical also here. So secondary free radical is more stable than primary. That's why the reaction passes through a stable free radical, stable intermediate. So it results in formation of 1-bromopropane, which is major product, which is anti-Markovnikov product. Okay, Markovnikov rule applies in electrophilic addition reactions. So the product, major product is Markovnikov product in electrophilic addition reaction, and in free radical addition reaction. Whereas in free radical addition reactions, anti-Markovnikov product is major product, and this effect is called as Karash effect. So last one is elimination reactions. Elimination, if you observe elimination reactions, these are opposite to addition reactions. Until now we have discussed about addition reactions, electrophilic addition reaction, free radical addition reaction, nucleophilic addition reaction. So in addition reaction, 5 bonds are replaced with sigma bonds, whereas in elimination reactions, sigma bonds are converted into 5 bonds, double bonds. Okay, single bonds are converted into double bonds. So elimination reactions, these are the reactions in which products get formed by the loss of simple molecules like H2O, HX, elimination, removing or taking away, okay, eliminate. Okay, elimination reactions, in the elimination reactions, products get formed by the loss of simple molecules like H2O, HX, etc. from the reactant molecules. As a result of this loss, a multiple bond is introduced in the product molecule. So multiple bond is introduced in the product. Whereas in case of addition reactions, a single sigma bonds are introduced in the product. So when alkyl halide is treated with alkalic KOH, an alkene is formed. For example, consider the action of alkalic KOH on ethyl bromide. Aqueous KOH, in the presence of and reaction with aqueous KOH, it gives substitution reaction, substitution product. In reaction with alkalic KOH, it gives elimination product. Okay, right. What happens here? Here one hydrogen CH ethyl bromide. So we can write ethyl bromide as this CH2 Br. In the presence of alcohols, alkalic KOH, this HBr is eliminated in the form of KBr and H2O. So resulting in the formation of ethene. These 2 sigma bonds are converted into this one 5 bond. Okay, so here ethyl bromide on reaction with alkalic KOH gives ethene. Here what happened? Why it is called as elimination? Because from here to here H and Br were removed. Elimination means removal. Okay, eliminate. Okay, right. So what happened here? Ethene is formed. Consider the action of concentrated sulfuric acid on ethyl alcohol at 170 degrees. So ethyl alcohol reacts with sulfuric acid at high temperature, gives ethene, which is eliminated product, elimination product. How? Here H and OH, H2O is removed. So it is called as elimination reaction. Again, ethanamide on reaction with phosphorus pentoxide gives ethane nitrile by losing H2O molecule. So elimination reactions are further classified as E2 and E1 reactions. E2 means bimolecular, E1 means unimolecular. 1 unimolecular. Again we know that the number of if number of molecules, one molecule is participated in rate determining step, that is slow step, it is called as a unimolecular reaction. If two molecules are participated in rate determining step, that is a slow step, it is called as bimolecular reaction. So elimination reactions are further classified into, on the molecularity basis of molecularity, it is classified into two types. One is E1 and another one is E2. So we start with E2 reactions. So E2 mechanism in this type of reaction is generally followed by primary alkyl halides in the same as SN2 reactions. In SN2 reactions also primary alkyl halides were usually they participate in SN2 reactions. Primary alkyl halides participate in SN2 reactions. So right, so the attacking base OH minus removes a proton from the beta carbon. What is beta carbon? If you consider this bromine as functional group, the very adjacent carbon is called as, adjacent to the bromine is called as alpha carbon, and next carbon is called as beta carbon. So this OH minus removes one hydrogen from this beta carbon, So simultaneously the halide ion is lost from the alpha carbon. So here it is alpha carbon and here it is beta carbon. So HBr is removed, not in the form of HBr, okay, it loses H2 and Br minus and forms ethene, okay, forms ethene. That means a new double bond 5 bond is formed in the product. So what happens in E2 reaction? OH minus and ethyl bromide, so both molecules were participated in the slow step, rate determining step, right? That's why it is called as rate depends on two OH minus and alkyl halide. That's why it is called, this elimination reaction is called as bimolecular, because in the rate determining step two molecules were participated, okay. Again, yeah, rate of the reaction here and another should be there, OH minus, right? Rate of the reaction depends on this both alkyl halide and OH minus. That's why it is called as E2 reaction. And again, coming into the discussion of E1 mechanism. So in this E1 mechanism, preferably tertiary alkyl halides are in this E1 reactions, usually tertiary alkyl halides participate. So in the first step, the breakage of CX bond takes place heterolytically and forms carbonic cation in the same way as in SN1 reactions, right? KOH, alkylic KOH, K plus OH minus, and this tertiary halide in the slow step gives carbonic cation, right? So this carbonic cation, this OH minus takes away or abstracts H plus from beta carbon, right? From the beta carbon of carbonic cation, results in the formation of propene alkenes, okay, results in the formation of alkenes. In the rate determining step, which is slow step, how many molecules are participated here? So one molecule. That's why it is called as unimolecular elimination reaction, okay, unimolecular elimination reaction or E1 reaction, right? So with this we have discussed about the types of organic reactions, okay. What are the types of organic reactions? First one is rearrangement reaction, and second one is substitution reaction, third one is addition reaction, and fourth one is elimination reactions. And substitution reactions are further classified into three types. First one, free radical or electrophilic substitution, nucleophilic substitution, free radical substitution. And addition reactions are further classified into three types, electrophilic addition, nucleophilic addition, and free radical addition reactions. So, and fourth one, elimination reactions are further classified into two types, E1 and E2. Unimolecular elimination reaction, bimolecular elimination reaction. So, these are the types of reactions and very very important topic in organic chemistry. Thank you. So, in this lecture I have discussed about addition reactions and elimination reactions. Thank you.